can take those rights away. And for 250 years, our soldiers have fought throughout the world, not just to defend those rights for us, but to give those rights to others. Our blood, our money, our treasure, to spread the rights given by God to the rest of the world. One of the greatest of those rights is the right to keep and bear arms. You ask why? Why does a person need a gun? You can choose not to own a gun. Many people do. I own guns because it's legal, because I can, and because God gave me the right to defend what is mine. And the founders of my country were smart enough to recognize that we had the right to defend what was ours. Because in order to found this nation, that's exactly what they had to do. They had to pick up arms, and they had to fight tyranny. And that was the only way it was going to happen. It was a last resort. And arms always should be a last resort. You try everything, and when everything else fails, you go to guns. It is our last vestige of protection against all enemies, foreign or domestic. Our current administration says that certain firearms that they call assault weapons, like this, are not capable of being used for home defense. Yet the Department of Homeland Security just ordered 7,000 of them fully automatic and 250,000 rounds of hollow point ammunition to go with them for the purpose of self-defense. The Senate says that women cannot use this weapon for self-defense in the home, therefore you don't need them. On the same day, Leon Panetta says women are allowed in combat arms and use a military version of this weapon that's fully automatic. This weapon shoots one bullet at a time. It is called a semi-automatic rifle. It is not an assault weapon. There is no such thing as an assault weapon. There is an assault rifle. An assault rifle is what is used by our military, and it has a selector switch which allows it to go into a burst mode, firing 3-round burst, or a fully automatic load, firing until you take your finger off the trigger. This, however, is a semi-automatic rifle. And a bullet? Well, it's 3/1000ths bigger than the .20 True I grew up shooting squirrels with. Got a little more powder behind it. A little faster than my .22. Still a .22 caliber. This thing doesn't kill anybody.
Right.
This can't hurt you. Only someone wielding this gun in an improper manner, wanting to hurt, wanting to kill a person, must fire this gun to make it do anything. It cannot hurt you. I would like to show you something else. 30-round magazine. Boy, I'll tell you what, they don't like these. Why? I really don't know. Doesn't make my gun shoot any faster. It takes less than a second to change, put a different magazine in. So if I had 3 10-round magazines, it would take me about 1 second longer to shoot 30 rounds. This magazine can't hurt you. It's empty. But if it were full, the bullets in it cannot hurt you until someone takes them and puts them in a weapon and uses it to kill people. And that someone is a criminal. We are not criminals. We are parents. We are teachers. We are friends. We are families. We are veterans. We are people that support our community. We are people that are here to defend our rights. Our rights not given to us by government, but given to us by a higher power. None of these things can hurt you unless they are used improperly. The question of semantics and what something looks like. I'll show you something here. A lot of the problems people don't understand. People that are not familiar with weapons simply do not understand what's being spoke of. Like a congresswoman, when asked about a barrel shroud, says she thinks it's something that goes on the buttstock. Now, I don't know about you, but my barrels are not on my buttstock. This is my leather jacket. I have my combat pins on it, my military ribbons. I wear it when I ride my motorcycle. Does it make me more dangerous? Am I more dangerous than I was a minute ago? Because I'm wearing a leather jacket? This is my sport coat. Don't I look nice? Am I less dangerous now? The only thing that's changed is the aesthetics. What I'm wearing. Well, when they talk about assault rifles, A, there's no such thing as an assault rifle. Well, there's as an assault weapon. Assault rifles are used by the military. Assault weapons do not exist. Most of the things that our government is now currently complaining about us having, while at the same time they themselves are purchasing, are aesthetics. They're what you can add to a weapon to make it more useful. A flashlight. A flash suppressor. A flash suppressor. What does that do? It suppresses something. Yes. It directs the burst, the end of your barrel, upward to help you keep your barrel down. so you can stay on target. Doesn't change the way the weapon operates. It's still a semi-automatic weapon. It's a semi-automatic rifle. That is all. That's all it is. Doesn't change anything. By adding something to it. You put a spoiler on your car. Does it become a race car? I don't think so. You add chrome to your motorcycle. Does it become a jet bike? But add a handle to the forearm stock of your gun, and it becomes an assault weapon. It's going to hurt you. It's going to assault. Never seen a weapon assault anybody. I was in combat. I was a helicopter door gunner. Not one time did I see a weapon assault anybody. I saw bombs. I saw helicopter crashes. I saw lots of people die. But not one time when I was in combat did I see a weapon assault anybody. We cannot allow
I think I shake worse than you, though.
the misunderstandings of people that are simply ignorant. And I say that word in its proper usage. Meaning they don't know. They don't know.
Sorry.
It's not really their fault. We need to tell them. There's no such thing as an assault weapon. Assault rifles, yes, they're used by the military. They're used by the police. Assault weapons, it's a made-up word. It's a made-up word to make fancy guns be scary. Made to scare you.
That's how he moves.
The idea that by putting some cosmetics on a perfectly good rifle makes it become something that can assault you is insane. For our government to say on one hand, we're going to buy 7,000 of these that are fully automatic for self-defense, but you as citizens may not have them because they're not self-defense weapons. I find a contradiction there. And the contradiction is the Second Amendment of the Constitution of the United States says, the people shall have the right to keep and bear arms. Period. When they sent soldiers home from the Revolutionary War, ages 16 to 60, they went home with their musket, the assault weapon of its day, the assault rifle of its day. If they had had M16s, they would have gone home with M16s. 16 to 60. Every man was expected to serve. Everyone. And when you were done, you took your gun and you went home. That way, if you had to defend your home, or you had to be called upon to defend your nation, you had your weapon. The first thing the British tried to do after they received the Declaration of Independence was seize the weapons in the armory in Lexington and Concord, which resulted in a small group of men stopping them at a bridge. Concord and Lexington. Shot heard around the world. And they held off the British long enough to empty out the armory. And had that not happened, we would have had no weapons to fight them. So it's important. No, we don't have a lot of people here, but people that are here, it's important that we educate the people that we know as to what these weapons are, how they function, what they do, what their uses are, how they work. There's no such thing as an assault weapon. And it's merely by changing its jacket doesn't make it any more dangerous.